Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Oh hey, use a socket blastin'. Misa safe, betcha.
Blast
Hmm.
You suck.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at another Star Wars figure. It's from the upcoming Rise of Skywalker movie. It's the First Order driver in Treadspeeder. So, yeah, apparently budget is strapping everybody nowadays, and the First Order can't afford speeder bikes, so we're going with Treadspeeders. Yeah, I don't know. I found this at my local Kroger. It came out, I guess, on Force Friday, but I've only seen these at my Kroger. It's kind of interesting, kind of reminds me back in the day in the 80s with the original figures and vehicles. It looks interesting, so I figured we'd go ahead and pick it up and give it a review. Let's go ahead and jump in there and take a look at the packaging. So here we have the First Order driver in Treadspeeder in the package, and it's one of those open face boxes where you can actually touch and grab the toy, which is pretty cool. It's in the 3 3/4 inch line, comes with the driver. There's actually a back seat here that acts as the little button I'm guessing is going to throw him off, much like the speeder bike from Return of the Jedi, which I really like because I had that as a kid. Some of the other things online kind of show that this is a back seat, and if you actually look, you can tell because there's another footrest right there. So he only comes with the one. You got to get your other stormtrooper to fit on there, I guess, which is fine. We get the desert background, so I'm guessing this is going to be seen on the planet where Rey does like a backflip onto Kylo Ren's attack fighter, and yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it right there. So we get the Rise of Skywalker logo up here and a star field, which is very cool. Yeah, there it is. There's the play gimmick right there, and yeah, all that good stuff, and some artwork. Nothing really on the side. It's got the Galaxy of Adventures logo up there. This side shows you some of the play gimmicks with Stormtrooper. Back of the package here. Again, it's got some of the play gimmicks. It's got a missile that it launches out, which is fun, and then you can flip the little Stormtrooper off. Flip him off. Haha, get it? And yeah, so here's a close-up. If you want to take a look at that. Very fun. Very cool. Now, while this is in the Galaxy of Adventures series, it doesn't look as cartoony as the droids, I don't think. I don't know. I'll have to take a look at them, but it definitely looks fun. So let's go ahead and get the First Order driver and the Treadspeeder out of the box and see what we think. So here we have the First Order driver and the Treadspeeder out of the packaging, and this is a pretty fun playset. Totally digging it. It's totally bringing me back to my childhood in the 80s with the speeder bike from Return of the Jedi. It's basically the same concept. It's just a modern version of it, and it really doesn't look too bad. Now, there's a couple things, I will gripe about it. First and foremost, he does come with a blaster, which is very cool, but it's very, very tiny, and there's no way to store it on the Stormtrooper. You can mount it on the tailpipe back here, I guess, if you want to, but it will fall off. It would have been nice if there was some kind of compartment to place the gun in and maybe put a couple different guns. That could have been cool, but just be aware of that because it's very small and it could get lost very easily. My only other real gripe about it is the tread itself. It would have been nice if that actually moved. I think that would have been cool when you rolled it along the ground. To have that actually, move and roll would have been really, really fun. It'd been kind of cool if they just made that an actual rubber tread. That being said, the play gimmick is really fun. Let's see if I can do this without losing a part. So what you do is you push the back piece here, and I don't want to lose anything here, and you're going to, well, come on, really? That was anticlimactic. It really does work here. Let's see here. There goes kabloom, and everything flies apart. So yeah, these two pieces right here, they just snap together. If I can, here we go. They snap together like this, and they don't really hold together too strong because they're supposed to fly off. And then you've got this piece right here that you push down, and there's actually some fun little detail of the motor in pieces in here, which is very cool. I definitely dig that. And then of course it's got to throw off the Stormtrooper because that's what these toys do. And then the other bit here is he's got a little missile, and let's see, and there's a button right here. Usually these things you just push them nowadays, but this one actually has a fire pin, and whoop, there it goes. It launches out. I don't want to lose that sucker down the vent or something. But yeah, so that's cool that actually has that. And then this piece just kind of sits back down. It's kind of hard to get this thing to mount up. There we go. Onto place, and yeah, there it is, looking all types of cool. Very, very interesting. Now, the Trooper itself, right here. If I can get him to stand. Stand up for me, buddy. Come on, dude. You can do it. There we go. All right, so there he is. And he's got a play gimmick himself, which is interesting. If I can get his little gun into hand. There we go. All right, so his little gimmick is he's a fast draw. So you pull his hand down and he pops upright. So he's got a spring-loaded hand, and he can quick draw, which is kind of fun. Articulation on this guy, he looks that far down. He looks pretty far up. He's got a ball joint for the head, so you can get some good motion. There is a twist at the waist, which is nice. The arms move up and down. They do not move outright. He's got a single hinge on the elbow that twists. This one is spring-loaded, and then the hands also spin, and they don't have a twist. The legs kick up that far. They kick back about that far. They kick outwards that far. He's got a double jointed knee, which is very nice. And then he's got hinges on his feet right there. But unfortunately, he has no ankle pivot. But the knees also have a twist. Not only are they double jointed, but they twist around, which is really nice. And it enables him to sit on the vehicle very well. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, it's definitely got a bit of that anime look to it from the Galaxy Adventures. I love the writing on the chest plate there, the red and the black. I really want it to say Disney. I don't know what it says, but it's definitely very cool. I like the look. The fact that he's got the quick draw arm is a bit annoying, but he's supposed to be riding around on the speeder, so I guess I can give it that. And, I mean, it's a quick draw action for kids. They're definitely going to like that, but if you don't want him posed on the vehicle, well, then he's going to be shooting at somebody. But overall, yeah, not bad at all. And again, it really takes me back to 1986 with Return of the Jedi. Now looking at the midsection of the figure, again, sculpt's pretty good. I like it. The paint, we got his little belt going on there. All the armor bits. He's got the the knee pads which look pretty cool. He's got some kind of cloth-looking legs going on there, so a little bit different than the standard First Order Trooper. He's got the little can on the back of the belt, which initially was supposed to be for lightsabers back in '77, but that never happened. Yeah, overall pretty decent. It's got a little pack going on there. Just a little variation to the typical Stormtrooper figure. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure. Again, sculpted pretty well. It's basically white boots, but we've got a lot of armor, a lot of detail. The fact that you can get this guy to stand upright and pretty well is very, very cool. The knees themselves engineered very well with the double joint and the twist in them. Very impressive. I'd like to see that in more action figures, actually. So taking a closer look at the Treadspeeder itself, this thing is very cool. It says Empire, it says G.I. Joe. This is definitely a figure set I think kids are going to like. As an adult collector, I mean, it really does take me back to my childhood. I think it's built well. It's got a lot of great detail on it, all the piping and vents and everything, to the footrests in the back. There's like a little vent back there for the turbine. The fact they use that seat as the button, very, very cool. The missile, I think that looks nice. Adds a little bit of the red in there. It's almost a translucent plastic, which is kind of cool. The silver on the handle grips there all look very, very cool. It kind of looks like a cross between a snowmobile and the Batpod from the Dark Knight series, and well, you just can't go wrong with that. For comparison, here we have the First Order driver and the Treadspeeder with a 3 3/4 inch Han Solo from The Last Jedi. And as you can see, this guy is not in the 3 3/4 inch scale, which is interesting. I guess it's, the new Galaxy of Adventure series, which is in a 5-inch scale. Not quite 6-inch, definitely not 3 3/4 inch. So this would probably go better with your 6-inch scale figures than it would this series of figures. So is the First Order driver and Treadspeeder vehicle set something that you want in your Star Wars collection? I'm going to say yes, especially if you like the new series of Star Wars movies that Disney is putting out. If you are an old school Star Wars fan like me, as I've said many times in this review, this is going to take you back to the Return of the Jedi with the speeder bike, because it's basically the same thing, just a newer version, and it's a dual seat, which is kind of fun. It comes with an action figure. It's got all the right stuff. It looks cool. It'll be fun to see it in the actual film. And the fact that it's in the new series, the Galaxy of Adventures, it's a little bit bigger scale than the 3 3/4 inch figures, which is fine. It actually doesn't look bad sitting up on your Black Series shelf. With your vehicle section, it works perfectly fine there, especially if it's kind of up in the back. I definitely like it. It's just got a nice raw feel. It's fun. I think kids are going to like it, and adult collectors will appreciate it as well. So there he is, the First Order driver with Treadspeeder from the upcoming Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.